Those signals will be sent down streets, providing free Wi-Fi.
And it seems to be getting a little bit more chunky near me, so if you guys can see that in my background, it's very beautiful.
Come August 1st, workers at casinos like those behind me and other establishments will not be subject to secondhand smoke. Stephanie filed a complaint with the insurance commissioner's office. I reached out to Insurance Commissioner Jim Donlon. Well, at that meeting, Chief Ben Raymond stressed they are working to be proactive versus reactive when it comes to crime.
This fire is still going, and if you look at the building on the left side, you can see some smoke.
There was a house not far down this road that was actually flattened as well, but it's very dark out here, so it's kind of hard to assess any damage. The damage doesn't stop here. Mr. Reed walked into his home and found his kitchen was severely damaged. Well, Jeff, the ordinance was met with a lot of opposition, even from one commissioner who did suffer from the coronavirus.
And as you can see behind me, that smoke is still going up into the sky, still coming from that site.
The snow is coming in kind of sideways into my face right now.
That number doesn't matter, but every shot that is put in an arm is another person that's safe. We got some fans right here. And beyond them, there's a lot more fans out there tailgating. The event scene is starting to wake up.
I'm on the flight line, and right behind me is where all of the action happened. Another way to help out is to come get some of the animals out of their cages and spend some time with them.
I am live on Benton Road in Bossier City near the Benton overpass that has been closed down today as a part of several other closures.
Barely seeing anything coming down, and actually the skies are starting to open up. I'm starting to see a little bit of blue in the sky, so things are calming down here, but the snow that has accumulated is it's pretty exciting. I'm kind of disappearing in the snow right here.
Our Brandy Campbell joining us live to explain how hospital staffs are working through the crisis. Brandy?
Hey Jeff, well, I spoke with leaders here at the local hospitals like Willis-Knighton behind me, Ochsner LSU Health, and Christus Health, and they all say the people working inside of these hospitals are warriors and bearing the brunt psychologically every day during this COVID crisis.
They have taken real good care of me here, especially the nurse. Kylie.
Our medical professionals are taking care of the sick, and they aren't forgotten.
We try and keep an eye on their mental health. We try to give them as much time off as we can.
You know, I think they're hanging in there, but I think they are stretched some days.
Staffing plays a big part in how many patients hospitals care for.
Staffing is a big problem.
As at all hospitals, Christus is working around it.
We have worked very hard to make sure that we're getting the temporary staffing and nurses and techs that are needed to take care of these patients in the high volumes.
At Willis-Knighton, they are completely full. Ochsner LSU is 95% full in the ICU and on COVID floors.
We are able to discharge folks and move people through.
But not all patients move out quickly. ABC correspondent Marcus Moore was inside Willis-Knighton with Curtis Cannon.
The worst part of the ordeal is not being able to breathe and chest pains. Severe chest pains.
He's been there for 13 days with COVID. As the wait for rooms grow, so does their ER. Willis-Knighton saw about 40 in ERs in Shreveport and Bossier. Crawford says minor injuries could wait around 4 hours.
That wait is significant right now, so we continue to stress to individuals throughout the community to avoid the ER if at all possible.
On Monday, I will tell you that we had 100 patients in the ER, right? And that's quite a lot.
They ask you to reconsider and see your doctor, but if the ER is where you need to be,
please be patient with us. We're here for you. We're trying to equip ourselves and our staff with the right methods and processes to take care of you.
90% plus that are in your ICU that are fighting for their lives today are unvaccinated. Hopefully that sends a strong message that vaccination makes a difference.
Did you get vaccinated?
I will after this is over, yes.
All right, now one of the doctors I spoke with mentioned on the first 3 waves, they would reach out to the Louisiana Department of Health for a projection on how long it would last so they could make plans for it. However, this go around, they haven't been able to get that projection on just how long this will go on. Reporting live in Shreveport, I'm Brandy Campbell, KTBS 3 News.
All right, Brandy, good report. Appreciate that. Now,
we all remember the February snowstorm. It set many of us in the Arklatex back with damage to our houses, our businesses, our cars. One woman in Benton, Louisiana was still living with those issues recently when our Brandy Campbell first interviewed her, and that first interview happened back in May, and she's just now seeing improvements. Take a look at her story.
He won't commit to saying, yes, we're going to redo the carpet. Yes, we're going to take the cabinets out. Yes, we're going to fix the air duct.
Stephanie Jenkins' Benton home has been in disarray since the February snowstorm.
The pipe underneath here burst, blew so hard that it blew this off, ruined everything. I was home that morning and I heard it bust. And so I ran out there, saw the water, it shot out from under the cabinet sink.
Sending water throughout her home.
All of this is mold.
On carpets and in her air ducts.
The little pink room over here is supposed to be the nursery for my grandbabies.
Her daughter's expecting twins soon.
They can't come now because it's full of black mold.
Days after the storm, furniture was moved out. A restoration company started work but pulled out before completing service. By the end of May, her Allstate insurance adjuster hadn't approved further payments to complete her restoration work. Stephanie filed a complaint with the insurance commissioner's office. I reached out to insurance commissioner Jim Donlon, and he told me Stephanie's adjuster does have the power to hold up her claim until he gets proper documentation showing damages and costs. She had 3 contractors send estimates, but none were approved.
But that doesn't give him unchecked power. He has layers of supervisors above him all the way to Bloomington, Illinois, where Allstate is headquartered. And we as a regulator in this state can go all the way to Bloomington to see to it that she gets what she is entitled to under her policy.
Allstate's corporate team responded to me stating, "We protect customers and their privacy, so we do not share specific claim details. We'll continue to work closely with the customer to resolve the claim according to their policy." The state's insurance commissioner's office gave Allstate 15 days to respond to her complaint. They also threatened Allstate with a fine.
4 months after that event, that's unacceptable, and it's an incredible burden to folks struggling to recover.
Stephanie finally got the news she's been waiting for. After a 4th estimate and pressure from the state insurance commissioner, Allstate agreed to pay.
About an hour later, the regional director from Allstate in Kansas City called and said, hey, we're going to pay everything on your house.
And anyone could only imagine the relief from that call.
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm relieved more than anything because it's been such a long battle.
In the end, the Louisiana Insurance Commissioner suggests anyone having issues with insurance to file a complaint for help.
If they're not communicating with you, if they're not living up to their promises, that's what we do. We have their license in our hand. We can shut them down. We can fine them.
Days ago, I got an exciting update from Stephanie.
Here's what I see when I walk in. Hey, yay! We are making progress. Oh, thank you so much for all you have done. Thank you, Channel 3. I just love you. I couldn't get this done without you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much.
That is great news, and Stephanie says she is looking forward to completing her home and continuing life as normal. She's now wondering which will happen first, the birth of her grandbabies or the completion of her home. She says the babies are due between the middle and end of July.